Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So tonight I get to review this fella, Birra Mapelli, from Aldi. I dare say it's some Aldi own brand because I tried to tag them into an Instagram post. It wouldn't bring up anything. It didn't come, nothing with Birra Mapelli. It's a 4. Is that 8 or 6? Jesus Christ, my eyes. I don't know. This chuffing light in here. I'm going to have to go out and buy a better light because in normal light I'm alright, but in this dingy light, right, 4.6%. So yeah, Italian lager. I don't go in Aldi a massive amount, to be honest, and I certainly haven't while this epidemic's been on, pandemic. Because it's just an awful experience shopping at the moment, and I don't like being told that I have to go on my own. I don't do on my own shopping. I suffer with severe anxiety. It's not something I like to do. I can do it, but it's not a good experience for me. But anyway, yeah, Birra Mapelli, Italia. So it does make you wonder if it's a bit of a rip-off of Birra Morreti, isn't it just? But we'll have a go, see what it's like. Price to sell, £1.29 I think a bottle. I can't remember, to be honest, because I got a good beer haul today. All this stuff in front here, from there. So standard gold colour there, gold to slightly amber. Good lacing around the edge, lots of lacing, carbonation. Big white head, big fluffy white head. Light malt nose, and yeah, I've been meaning to wrap up some of the beer varieties that have been both Aldi and Lidl. Today I went in, and obviously I was just going to go for this fella here, Rossini. My Italian mate at work took the piss out of me for that. And yeah, I was just going in for that really. And then I cracked on a load of newbies, and you know me, I can't put a newbie down. Never leave a beer behind. So the beer wall gets expanded by a bit more yet again. Naughty me. I don't know how my wife puts up with me. And the pissed up version late at night when I fall asleep early, I don't know how she puts up with me. I don't know how I put up with me. But I'm a nice person who suffers a lot of stress and who can't shake it, unfortunately. That's a nice tasting lager, that is. And it does, I mean, I would need to have a Birra Morreti at the side of me to see if it's totally modelled on that. You look at that and it looks a little bit obvious. Let me just do a quick Google because I don't know anything about it. Just to see. Birra Mapelli, Aldi.
Here are the listings for Beaver near Nottingham.
No, I didn't say Birra Mapelli, Aldi. Oh, for God's sake, you stupid bloody. Oh, sometimes you could cry, couldn't you? Not Boris. Okay, no. Birra Mapelli. Ah, Birra Mapelli. Yeah. So it has a rating of 3.1 out of 5. 183 ratings and reviews on Untapped. There are a few YouTube videos of it. Nothing on Rate Beer. Rate Beer are a little bit, what's the word? A little bit evil when they because they don't like, yeah, not interested in you. So a lot of these new beers are in collaboration with William Brothers, and yeah. see, but let's get down to Birra Mapelli. Hey, there's some beers I've not seen here as well. There's these beers here. I'm not seeing them, unless they're just Williams Brothers only. Oh, it doesn't say much about Williams. That was a waste of bloody time, wasn't it? Jesus Christ Almighty. Yeah, crap on her. Hey, I'll stick to being English and not in. No. Smooth. Lovely and smooth. And to be honest, this is in that Peroni and Birra Morreti region, you know. Same as Rossini here in front. So I'll be doing a review of that pretty soon, next day or so actually. I like to do these lager reviews because just to see what's out there, see how they are, see how they go against normal beers. Plus, it gives me a change from just doing beer reviews solid. I mean, I can't really afford to do a lot of spirit reviews because they're so damn expensive, and I can't justify spending 40 quid to do a review. Unless some firms are cheap, good enough to send me a few. Yeah, it's not going to happen, so. They've actually caught up with me Instagrams tonight. You were pleased to know. Yes, I've done about 20 of the bleeders. So yeah, put that there. Can you see it? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Let's move him out of the way. It's not nothing to do with him. So yeah, my old mate, Birra Mapelli. Oh, it's nice to smile. You know, sometimes at work I don't smile. And with mental health, you can be your own worst enemy, and I am very much my own worst enemy. I need to think positive, cheer myself up. This morning I was like, come on, you know, I'm way stronger than bloody anxiety, and I know I am. I can beat anything, but it's just that, I don't know, your brain, I don't know what portion of the brain does it, but you'd like to put a fuck it switch in there, fuck off, and stop thinking about shit, you know. I do pardon my French, you know. Didn't know the French sweared so much, to be honest. Disgusting. So, just had a lovely hour in the hot tub. Didn't get as chilled as I did last night, although I think the having a bit more orange wine last night helped. And my orange wine's ran out. And that's it. The barrel's finished. What am I going to do? No more orange wine. Ah no, let's crack open the apple wine. Yeah. It's a good thing about these cheapo wine brews. You know, 30 pence a bottle, you don't mind if you drink a pint. You know, I mean, obviously, strictly speaking, you should not be drinking pints of wine. That is very naughty. But we all do what we do to survive, to move on. I don't wake up in the morning and drink beer or wine, because that would be very naughty and very worrying as well from that side of things. Although if it was 3 in the morning and I fell asleep, woke up and couldn't get back to sleep, then I would think about coming to the shed and getting a draft of something just to help me fall back to sleep again. But that's different from waking up and starting to drink. As I explained to my cousin, bless her, she's really suffering with anxiety, and she's having thoughts that are a little bit concerning. I have never once in my life thought about taking my own life, thought about the death option. Never. Way too much on the plate. I thought about leaving jobs, or but obviously I've still got to bring the money home. Sadly, she admitted to me, bless her, that she was looking at her insurance policies and that, and not wanting to wake up in the morning, and that is a bit worrying. And anybody in that situation needs help, needs someone to go round, have a chat, and from someone who's suffered for at least 15 years now. Because it was back when my grandma died, and it broke the mould. My grandma died, dog died, dad died, all within the space of a year or so, and then we had dickhead neighbours across the road. And the sort of neighbours who stand on the front staring over like there's some hard men. And I tell you what, if it weren't for the fact that I don't want to go to prison, I'd have gone over and battered the fuck out of them. And that's not a drunken person saying that, you know, because they're such little shits. And obnoxious little twats they are. Oh, I hate them. And with a vengeance. The kids have turned out exactly like the mother. And, you know, when your kid's an arsehole, look at yourself and think to yourself, am I an arsehole? Because a lot of kids turn out like their parents. Trust me. Luckily with my kids, they're not bad kids. They're not perfect. They both stress. They both have anxiety issues in some form. But they're good kids. And they love their mum and dad. So, I love my kids. But anyway, back to the beer. This. You know, you don't just come on my reviews and get beer reviews. You get some boring bleeder's account of the world. Yeah? It's like a virtual pub, really. I ought to put that down as a virtual pub. I do wonder sometimes about just putting the camera over there, talking to the camera for 2 hours, or even getting a mate up and having a chat and chatting shit about beers. Because I can chat some shite. I can. Especially these days. Yeah. I mean, I work with a bloke who chats shite all day long. And he knows he does. He's lovable in some ways and then, well, difficult in other ways. But aren't we all? You know, none of us are perfect in this world. You know. If I could flick off the things about me that I don't like, that'd be great. Hey, such is life. But anyway, yeah, I've got to wonder with this. I need to buy a bottle of this and buy a bottle of Peroni and a Birra Morreti and give a little bit of a taste test. And then also this Rossini as well. Because companies imitate companies. And let's be fair, you've got two of the strongest selling beers in the world, and which Peroni and Birra Morreti are. And you bring something like this into the fray, a Birra Mapelli. It's a Birra. Yeah, there's a lot of Birras about, to be fair. But Mapelli, Moretta, Mapelli. It's a bit close, isn't it? A similar sort of ABV. I know it's in the heart. I'm not 100% sure what Birra Morreti is. I presume it's about 4.85. Same as Peroni, but I'm not 100%, you know. I don't profess to be that much of an expert. In the olden days when I worked at Sainsbury's, for those 5 years, I would have probably known all the ABVs as well, because I was a studier. I loved my job. If ever I was going to leave gardening, going back into some type of brewery job, or even retail job selling wines, oh, that'd be down my street. The only thing I don't like is the crap hours. But, you know, talking about something you love all day long, it is the best job ever. Because if you're talking about a job that's your hobby, then they will get the best out of you, and you will sell product. Which for your bosses will always be a good thing. Which is to say for me, if a homebrew shop was to open up in Nottingham, a decent homebrew shop, and I was lucky enough to get a job there selling homebrew, I would be able to sell stuff because, you know, my love of what the topic would be. It would, you know, engage others to think, bloody hell, I need to have some of this, you know. And let's be fair, the world of homebrew is an amazing world. You can hear the bubbles in the background just there. I've got my Cabernet Sauvignon bubbling away nicely. It hasn't bubbled away all bloody for about 2 weeks. Now also it's bubbling away. And then at the side of the camera, the Merlot's bubbling away. The ginger wine's bubbling away there. That rhubarb and ginger wine's doing F all. And this lager's just sitting there like a muppet and doing nothing either. But It's doing something, just not a lot. But the heat of the next few days, because the temperature is going to go up, it's going to rock it. It's going to get more interesting from a homebrew point of view. And if you're a beer fan and you love your beers, but you can't afford to pay a lot out these days, in times of, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to struggle and struggle massively. There are decent beers you can brew for a very cheap price compared to what you would pay for a crate of beers. Once your initial outlay is out of the way, it's definitely a way to go. And homebrews are great, and if you're able to afford an air still or the T500 still, that opens up another world of exciting opportunities, legalities aside, but depending on what country you live in, obviously. And which I find daft, really. If you're making it for yourself, what's the harm? I don't understand that, because you can make distilled water legally, but you can't make distilled alcohol. I don't understand it, but it's not for me to worry about. It's the world we live in. But anyway, enjoying this. So we'll focus fully on this now, because otherwise we'll be here for about half an hour. And I'm sure you don't like listening to some geezer talking about lager and his life for half an hour. But yeah, the taste of this is actually really nice. There's a lovely smoothness to it. It's not gassy. That light malt, there's a little bit of sweetness. And I've got to say, now the air's got to it, which is, they say that air getting to alcohol doesn't make a difference. It bloody does. Because this now, it's lovely. It's very drinkable. And if I was served this in a pub, I would not be worried. And especially if, against the likes of Birra Morreti and Peroni, I would take this on, Peroni's Doppio Molto, now that's in a league of its own. That is an unbelievable lager. But this is still very classy. For me, it's not like it's gassy 4.0 ABV counterparts that sell massively in the UK. It's got a bit of something to it, a bit of touch of decency to it. I've got to say, I kind of find it really nice. I'm not pissed as well, just in case everybody's wondering. So, gold pour, white head, great carbonation and lacing, light malt aroma, pretty standard aroma to be fair. On the taste, light malt taste, standard lager taste, a little bit of sweetness, it's very smooth, very decent. Out of 5. For something that looks like a brand that we all know, this is a decent lager, and I kind of liked it, When I seen it I thought, oh, I'm trying that, like a kid in a sweet shop, which I am, I see something new and I've got to have it, and although I'll count the pennies first, see if I can actually afford to buy it at the time, but yeah, lovely. Out of 5. Oh, I've got to not let me art go too far here. So we'll give it a 4.4 out of 5 in the lager review world. Not in obviously you can't compare it to beers. It's a totally different kettle of fish. But yeah, it's a bit of a stunner. Ooh. Methinks this will sell massively, and everybody knows where the what it's trying to do, don't we? It does make you wonder though if there'll be some sort of court case at some stage, because imitation. But don't all companies imitate? It's the only way to get up that to improve a product is to imitate and improve. Imitate, improve. So, yeah, that was really nice. totally enjoyed it, and it's made my night. I love it when I come across something that's new, invigorating, and I can talk shit for half an hour. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to somebody who has issues, and is not scared to say it. I'm not scared at all. You know, it doesn't bother me. I don't care who knows that I suffer with anxiety. You know, there's a lot of tougher people and a lot more well known that suffer with anxiety, and it's something that, you know, it needs to be out in the open. You know, your brain is a complex thing. I mean, strong as I am internally, that portion of the brain, and I would swear, but I'm not gonna, but that portion of the brain that negative thoughts is very, very, you know, annoying. There's a word, isn't it? There's other words, but I'm not going to say them. Anyway, thank you for everybody for subscribing. Thank you for watching. And it's great, you know. I love the comments. I don't like the comments about coronavirus and about young girls online, but they're spam comments by some. And these people keep saying, let's be friends. I don't understand that, you know. If you subscribe, that's a friendship. If you're this friends bit, I don't understand at all. But it's a funny world. And yeah, I've had websites for 20 years, so I've come across all that sort of stuff before. Anyway, stay safe, and we're still not out of it, but we're getting there. And will normality appear soon? Hopefully, because there's a beer festival in October, and I want to go to it. And hopefully meet up with people who actually look and say, you've reviewed my beers, you twat. Yeah, makes you wonder, doesn't it? Hey. And I might meet up with the boss of Castle Rock Brewery and the boss of some other breweries around Nottingham. Be nice. Yeah, then they could offer me a job and get me out of this gardening bowl. Cheers, thank you for watching. Cheers.